I think Dave touched on it already. And that it's a slap in the face that they're saying that nobody's going to do shit. This is what we're going to do and nobody's going to do shit. And the climate of it has already changed since it's been spoke upon and people are moving down there and the movement is going down there and we're rallying down there. There's a different face on it now. But if that tone wouldn't have been taken, these kids would have spent the greater part of their years in prison. Right. Shit wouldn't have happened.
And even still, even though the judge overturned Michael Bell's conviction, the DA and the prosecutor are still going to attempt to retry him as a juvenile, even though he's already spent 10 months in jail as an adult. I mean, are they just, do they not understand they're racist, or? I mean, I really truly do not understand why.
Wasn't Klan also supposed to be going down to jail as well?
Klan?
The KKK,
There'll be some shit down there
as well. So, you know, David, maybe you can explain better because, you know, you're of that, you're from that. Like, how does this happen? And is it that they just feel as though the value of a black life is so insignificant that nobody's parents are going to defend, the public defenders that defend are going to be white and lacking?
I'll say this. It's pitiful to me because the racism still exists amongst ourselves. Yeah. Regardless of whether we want to admit it or not, most people still have what I call a Civil War mentality. They think anything below the Mason-Dixon line is ignorant. Yeah. Or it's not worth it. Don't clap. It's serious. The truth is, the same thing goes on in New York. Diallo. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude. Dude just came out of his bachelor party.
Sean Bell.
And they filled him up with slugs, dude. The truth is...
And that case has disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
Slowly but surely.
So what I'm saying is it has nothing to do with the South. I'll say this. I respect the white folks in the South more than I respect any white folks in the world. Because at least the white folks in the South tell you they don't like you. Nigga, I don't like you. The white folks up here smile. Yeah. We love you, 50.
Word.
And do the same exact thing. The truth is, what's going on is it's the same thing everywhere. Y'all, if y'all didn't feel Rodney King on videotape getting the shit beat out of him, and that didn't tell you something, you even look at crack coke, how in the hell do niggas, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm a rapper. How do black people, I'm sorry because I have person, how do black people get convicted or get more time for a diluted form of cocaine, but then a little white boy can sell 45 bricks of pure cocaine and get a slap on the wrist because you niggas. And the truth is, it's the same exact thing. Genesis just happened to blow up. And I'm happy that it did, and I support it. But again, it goes on every day in LA. I live out in LA. Dude, there is more racism in Boston, Massachusetts than anywhere that I've gone in my life in Mississippi. There's some parts, I'm sorry to hit you this way, but there's some parts in the Bronx that y'all can't walk after dark. Huh? Speak to me. So it has nothing to do with Mississippi. It is the ideology of white America. We don't need you niggas no more. Because y'all done built America. We strong. We don't need the slaves no more. So take that high gas and get the fuck out.
Now, we've seen people mobilize in a way that we really haven't seen for quite some time around this case. Do you think this will be a resurgence in a new civil rights movement?
No.
You know, I mean...
Yeah, I think that would be stretching. I think Brother Bennett's point is a profound one in this sense, that we're talking about this legacy of white supremacy on the one hand, but this fundamental question, this is a fundamental question of every human being. Will you or won't you have it so? What you gonna do? And if people, the powers that be, think they can get away with doing things that's in their interest and you won't have it so, and you don't do that much, they'll just keep doing it. Now, we've been wrestling with this for 40 years. You remember when Ronald Reagan went to Philadelphia, Mississippi to announce his presidential campaign? And what was Philadelphia, Mississippi? Where the freedom fighters were killed. All colored, right? For young folk, right? And then the next day said what? Jefferson Davis is my hero. Now Jefferson Davis was a gangster, a thug, a crypto-Nazi, and a hater of black people. That's Ronald Reagan. Look how they put him to rest. Like he was a mother-hucking saint or something. You see what I mean? So this is the atmosphere we've been living in, this ice age, where it's fashionable to be indifferent to vulnerable people suffering, poor people, working people, elderly, black folk, brown folk, gay brothers, lesbian sisters. Beat them down, trash them. Why? Because they can't do that much. So the Jenna 6 becomes just a symbol. If we are all running to Jenna 6 and don't look for the Jennas in our own neighborhoods, we ain't gonna have no movement at all. It's gonna be a televisual phenomenon. It'll be over in 3 days and the civil rights leaders will be on to the next televisual event. That's the challenge. That's gonna be the challenge. Now that doesn't mean we don't have attention to it and acknowledge it, but it's right in our own context too, where we have to focus.